Hi, and welcome to the second episode in the Silver Lining series, Let's Take Action. Today, we're going to talk about self-confidence, and when you're lacking self-confidence, how to approach yourself with kindness and compassion, rather than shame and judgment. When I say self-confidence, what do you think of? What does it mean? Once again, another term with multiple meanings and definitions. I narrowed it down to two: a feeling of trust in one's abilities, qualities, and judgment, and the courage to know yourself, believe in yourself, and act on your beliefs. How do you define self-confidence? Sometimes it's hard to articulate, to come up with the words that feel sufficient. But what if I asked you, what does confidence look like? I bet at least one person comes to your mind immediately. Someone that just radiates confidence. What does confidence sound like? We all know someone that speaks with such conviction and certainty that you just believe everything that they're saying without even questioning it. Until you get in your car after work at the end of the day and you're like, what? There's no way. And you look it up on Google and they're wrong, but they were confident. What does confident act like? How do they walk, talk, dress? What body language comes to mind? How's their posture? What are their facial expressions? What are the nonverbal cues that they're giving? What does confidence feel like? Where does that feeling land in your body? I bet that you had answers to every single one of those questions. So even when we feel anything but confidence, can you embody what confidence looks like, sounds like, acts like, feels like? Exude that. Confidence is a trait, but it's also a skill and a tool, and we have to practice using it. We have to build our confidence muscle. Too often do we underestimate the importance of confidence. Brittany Packnett Cunningham, an activist and educator, said that confidence is the necessary spark before everything that follows. She says confidence is the difference between being inspired and actually getting started. Without confidence, we get stuck. And when we get stuck, we can't get started. We're frozen. Stress ensues and our nervous systems are overwhelmed and our negative thoughts flood in. And before we know it, we've spent the last 5 minutes convincing ourselves that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, and someone else could do it better. Panic, fear, and disappointment. And we do that to ourselves. How sad is that? And we've all been there. We all know what that feels like. We are too often our own worst enemy. But I'm here to say we can also be our own best friend. Aw, cheesy I know, but true nonetheless. The difference between being frozen and getting started? Confidence. The difference between trying and doing? Confidence. The difference between having a great idea and taking action? Confidence. But where does confidence come from? How do we get it? And where can we find it when we lose it? Let me ask you this. How do you talk to yourself? Are you your own worst enemy, reminding yourself of your insecurities and kicking yourself when you're down? Or do you try and be your own best friend and biggest cheerleader? Most of the time, we aren't all one or the other, but it's confidence that keeps us going when we fail, when we're down, and when we're trying to get back up. And even if you're faking it till you make it, which we all do at one point or another, confidence is a choice. Really, confidence is choosing kindness. Confidence is choosing compassion. Confidence is giving yourself the permission to try, the permission to fail. And that is a beautiful thing. So what can we do? That's what this series is all about. What actions can we take? There are so many things we can do. But here are 3 steps to help build confidence. The first step to creating confidence: invite it in, welcome it, give yourself permission to be and to feel confident. I am allowed, I have the right. Repeat that. I am allowed, I have the right. You know what it looks like. We talked about it earlier, so try it on, take it for a spin, see how it feels. Step 2, lean on your people. Confidence is nurtured when we have a support system we can rely on, when we know we can't fail because we have backup. Name those people. Connection is key. And step 3, approach yourself with curiosity instead of judgment. Not feeling confident? Investigate. Sit in the discomfort and try to get to know it better. There's usually a feeling underneath that negative self-talk. Maybe a fear. The better we understand, the more compassion we can have. Invite it in, lean on your people, choose curiosity instead of judgment. Once we realize that confidence is a must-have instead of a nice-to-have, we can choose confidence over and over again throughout our days. We can build that muscle. So, the silver lining is that you already know what confidence is, and even if you don't always feel it, you can always choose to embody and exude it. I bet you won't even know the difference.